Have you ever played back a voice memo and felt betrayed by your own mouth? You know it is your voice. You know you said those words, but the person in the recording sounds thinner, higher, flatter, and somehow not quite like you. For a second, it feels like your brain is whispering, "Wait, that cannot be me." So why does your recorded voice sound so strange? The first question is simple. Are you hearing the same voice everyone else hears? Not exactly. When other people hear you speak, most of the sound reaches them through the air. It leaves your mouth, moves across the room, and enters their ears. But when you hear yourself speak, your brain gets a more complicated version. You hear sound through the air. You also feel sound moving through your own head. Your jaw, throat, skull, and soft tissues all carry tiny vibrations. So the voice you know is not only something you hear, it is something you feel from the inside. Why does that make your normal voice sound deeper to you? Imagine standing inside a wooden guitar while someone plucks the strings. You would not only hear the music, you would feel the body of the guitar vibrating around you. Something a little like that happens when you talk. Part of your voice travels through bone and tissue before it reaches your inner ear. This is called bone conduction. It can make your own voice feel warmer, fuller, or lower than it sounds from the outside. That does not mean your brain is lying to you. It just means your brain is getting a private version of the sound. So what does your phone actually record? Usually it records the voice traveling through the air. It does not capture those inner head vibrations in the same way. Then your speaker plays back that air-only version, and suddenly your brain compares it with the voice it expected. That mismatch is what feels so weird. It is a little like seeing yourself in a photo taken from a strange angle. You are not wrong in the photo, you are just seeing yourself from the outside. But why does it feel so emotional? Why do so many people cringe when they hear their own voice? Because your voice is not just sound. It carries your personality, your confidence, your awkward pauses, your laughter, and your memories. You have lived inside your voice your entire life, but you have mostly heard it from the inside. So when a recording plays, it can feel like meeting a version of yourself that everyone else already knows. That can feel uncomfortable, and honestly, it can feel strangely intimate. Here is the surprising part. Your recorded voice may not sound strange to other people at all. To them, that voice is probably normal. It is the voice they hear when you say hello. It is the voice they hear when you tell a story. It is the voice they hear when you laugh without thinking. The shock is mostly yours, not because your voice is bad, but because this version of your voice is less familiar to you. So is the recording the real voice? That answer is a little more nuanced. A recording is closer to what other people hear through air, but it is not a perfect copy of reality. Microphones can change your voice. Speakers can change your voice. Rooms, distance, phone cases, apps, and audio compression can all change your voice. A cheap phone microphone is not a scientific truth machine. It is more like a tiny electronic witness. Sometimes it tells the story clearly. Sometimes it leaves out warmth, space, and texture. So what do we know for sure? We know your voice begins when air from your lungs makes your vocal folds vibrate. We know your mouth, tongue, nose, and throat shape that sound. We know sound can reach the inner ear through air conduction. We also know sound can reach the inner ear through bone conduction. And we know recordings usually do not recreate the full inner experience of hearing yourself speak. What should we be careful not to claim? We should not say every recording shows exactly how everyone hears you. We should not say all people experience this in the same way. And we should not turn a normal moment of self-consciousness into something bigger than it is. For most people, this weird feeling is completely ordinary. Can you ever get used to your recorded voice? For many people, yes. The more often you hear it, the less alien it feels. Podcasters go through this. Singers go through this. Teachers, creators, and public speakers go through this. At first, the voice sounds wrong. Then it sounds familiar. Then it becomes useful. Eventually, it may even become something you can shape and understand. Not a stranger, not an enemy, just another mirror. This video is for everyday curiosity and general education. If your voice suddenly changes, becomes painful, stays hoarse, or worries you, it is worth checking with a qualified health professional. Most recording weirdness is normal, but your body deserves attention when something feels truly different. So the next time you hear your voice in a recording, try not to flinch. That sound is not the whole you. It is the outside version of you. It is the version the world has been hearing all along. Maybe the strange part is not that your recorded voice sounds unfamiliar. Maybe the strange part is realizing how much of ourselves we experience from the inside, and how rarely we get to meet ourselves the way other people do. So tell me in the comments, do you like your recorded voice, or do you still want to delete every voice memo immediately? And follow for more everyday mysteries hiding in plain sight.